Hi bakers, Baking It Simple here today. So, if you have seen my last video, you would know that I had chocolate chip cookie making in the background of me talking. So today I thought that it'd be fun if I'd show you kind of like the full recipe. You get it? So like, I'm gonna walk you through the steps basically. So, let's get mixing. So to start off, you're going to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then while that is preheating, you're going to start by mixing all of your dry ingredients into a medium bowl. So in this bowl, we are going to need to combine the flour, baking soda, and salt. So right now, we're going to put in 3 cups of flour. Let's just get this bag open. There we go. So I'm actually going to get a sifter so that I can sift this flour in. Because when you're eating this nice, delicious cookie, you don't want to just bite into this huge clump of flour. It ruins the whole excitement and enjoyment. So let's get our cup measurement. We're gonna put it in here and get 1 cup. And then what you also want to do is get a butter knife, and you want it to be flat at the top. You see how this knife, it's like flat at the top right there? So what we can do is once we have our flour, here, I'm gonna put this over the bowl, but I will empty the bowl. You're just gonna go like this to level it off. There you go. And then the remainder that's in the bowl, you can just put back in the bag. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that for every single one, and then we're going to sift it. So now that we've gone ahead and done that, I just put a bit of my flour into this hand mixer. And with this mixer, if I mix it, all the flour will come up. So I have to make sure that I put this little paper towel over it. And then you can just kind of go back and forth each you need. And I love this because it's actually super easy, because look, you see all that? It's all gone. You're just gonna do that over and over until it's all done. Now that I've sifted all my flour, I'm going to add in my salt and my baking soda. So now I'm gonna add in my 1 teaspoon of fine sea salt and my 1 teaspoon of baking soda. There we go. Now that we've finished adding all of our dry ingredients, we're just gonna give this a little mix to make sure we incorporate the salt and baking soda into the flour. There we go, just like that. So now we are going to put our flour mixture to the side and get out our KitchenAid or hand mixer, whichever one you have. Now in our mixer, we are going to mix in our lightly packed light brown sugar and our granulated sugar and our butter. And this calls for 2 sticks of butter, 1 1/4 cup of lightly packed light brown sugar, and half a cup of granulated sugar. In you go. Now we are going to mix this on a low speed for a few minutes until it's light and creamy. So I've just finished mixing my butter, brown sugar, and granulated sugar. So now we are going to add our vanilla and eggs. So now we are going to add in our 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And I'm actually going to measure the vanilla over my sink so that I do not spill. 1. And 2. So I finished measuring the vanilla, and now I'm going to crack these eggs into a separate bowl. That way, if we do accidentally get any shell in, we can just take it out. So I just added in the 2 teaspoons of vanilla, And now I've already cracked my eggs into a separate bowl with no shells, and I'm going to add them in and mix it on a medium speed. If you need to, you can scrape down the sides of your bowl to make sure that you've incorporated everything. Just like that, and then put on a little paper towel. So now I'm going to gradually beat in my flour mixture. And wrong bowl, oops. And when doing this, I have this little thing on so that it doesn't spray everywhere. So I'm gonna add that in right now. So now that I've mixed in my eggs, I'm going to scrape down the sides of the bowl to make sure that I get everything. So now I'm going to fold in all of my chocolate chips. And depending on how many chocolate chips you like, add whatever you like. I like, personally, a lot of chocolate chips. So I'm gonna be here mixing a lot, but I'll get right back to you. So I just finished mixing in all my chocolate chips, and now I'm going to get an ice cream scoop and start scooping it onto my pan. So I put them on my pan, pressed them down, and sprinkled over a bit more sugar. And now I'm going to put them in the oven for 11 minutes if you like them gooey on the inside, and 15 minutes if you like them not as gooey and a bit more baked. And there you go. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, all of that jazz. I hope you have amazing days. Goodbye.